counting center, and really my votes were actually stolen. We saw that in Biden, in Obama's time, in George Bush. Why? Because we are human. System, and I suspect you've been making calls to a certain quarter, then probably you are being helped by that system. So I think we have come a long way as a country, and Kenya should now be rated among the top African countries that can actually agree on books, on the constitutionalism and on laws. We are good to go. So this is not just against Raila Odinga. I think this should sit down well in the Kenyan hearts. William Ruto, this sit down well, will be judged. William Ruto, the president of this republic, will be judged squarely on this same constitution, same parameters. It's not won, and the Supreme Court has confirmed squarely, yes, he won, but he will also abide by the constitution. And I expect him, when he comes to give the national address, to completely bring people together, heal the nation, because there was a divide of 6.9 and 7.1. He should heal people and walk the way he promised in the campaigns, that I will not victimize, I am not after so-and-so, I need to build the nation. I think that's what I expect from you.
Yes.
I think for me also, the next couple of hours or a day or two are extremely crucial. We have received this information. It's up to Kenyans to now show that, the democracy that we believe in, the judiciary that we believe in, we will continue to believe in that. And as he said, let us not be vengeful. This is not the time to now start asking people to be transferred, as we've seen one or two statements in the past. This is the time to heal the nation. We must come together and ensure that we remain peaceful. Key, we have to be peaceful. We are split in between. The new president who's coming in now has a huge task of uniting the people so that we move ours. When we are celebrating, when we are sad that we've lost, let us also, accept that, you can lose in this process, and that does not mean that democracy has lost. Democracy has won. Let us work together. Let us move together so that we can, keep up that standard that we have so far, maintain it at that level.
All right. I just want to go back a little bit to still the strategy. We saw the petitioners lodge, about 8 to 9 petitions. It is also a strategy by the petitioners, but that was consolidated. Do you think perhaps, Ishmael, this worked against, the main petitioners, who is Raila Odinga and Martha Karua?
Yeah, initially we thought that was a good everybody into the respondent, so to say, a defendant. They are going to defend themselves, including the commissioners, the 4 commissioners. But the court was not convinced by that strategy, because then the court should have said that we find that maybe the commissioners, had a case. We find that the allegations on the system were true. When I said strategy on my side, what I mean is, when you go to court, how you get the evidence, it's not the problem of the court. It is your problem. If you allege something, how you get the documentation. Even when the court ordered, open the SAMs. To be honest, it's not the problem of the court, because you have taken a case to court because you suspect 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the court wants to see the 4 points. If they can't see the 4 points, their hands are completely tied. They have to return a verdict saying, yes, you say that the system is bad. We really believe your oratory and your explanation. But now, when it comes to whether you show tangible, cogent evidence, document-wise, collaborated by those affidavits, by respectable people, this did not happen in India. At least we think it happened, yes, that's what James Orengo is trying to say, but the court is saying, no, they were not satisfied that there was enough. So they lacked that bit of strategy of presenting the technical and the kind of evidence that the court needed.
All right. And I think before we continue, Dan, I think the excitement in Saga is still ongoing, and we're also still keeping tabs with what is happening at Karen.
Yes, and in Karen you could see those are some of the members of the legal team.
The
pretty much
still ongoing.
victory home,
Right.
Who have arrived, from the Supreme Court, and they've now arrived at Karen. You could see that they're being given special seats. I mean, for them, this victory is pretty much.
I mean, they literally drove the victory home.
Exactly, and so I believe guys who are honored in some way by the victory home, President-elect, who have arrived as his Supreme Court, and they've now arrived. The people from his hometown are there in the celebration. They're being given 10 seats. I mean, for them, this thing is pretty much.
I mean, they literally drove the victory home.
Exactly. Honored in some way by the president-elect, as the people from his hometown are there, in their celebrations. Interesting that Ishmael, that we've not heard anything from the outgoing in regards to right from when IBC made a declaration in regards to. Do you presume that he's waiting until? Do you presume that he's waiting until meddling yet? Meddling yet, we know he's the chairman of the team.
Well, you ask me honestly, I think he's punctured. I mean, I think he's human. We are all human beings. I mean, I cannot lie. Yeah. My expectation, Dan, was probably that there would be a reason. So I can easily and quickly agree when you tell resources. Well, I'm not in campaigns. And quickly agree to support Raila Odinga, and then all somebody was spending resources on 15, and today again in the Supreme Court, so and all the power to support Raila Odinga, and then on 15, and today again in the Supreme Court. So I think YouTube clips, whatever I support, but I still go back to campaign. When I look at my YouTube clips, whatever I spoke, commensurate during campaigns and both their income, their influence, and a campaign. All these 6.9 votes you saw, both their income, like influence, in Mombasa and the good when they were voting, they were all these 6.9 votes receiving money, and these are poor. Are likened to what you saw in Mombasa. They did not want money. So these 6.9 they were voting, they were actually beating people who are receiving money, and these are poor. If there was a proper strategy, right from even before the secretariat, from Raila Odinga's own inner circle, and then during the coming together of Kenyakwanza, you saw what the dispute between Kalonzo Musyoka. So lack of that strategy, they would have actually maybe 8.5 million, and William Ruto would have come to 7 million or 6.5 million. But because of lack of strategy, I believe lack of that strategy, faster score this much time, and you can see how he took up the advantage and moved very fast. Maybe 8.5 million, and William Ruto would have come to 7 million or 6. Lack of strategy, I believe. They actually gave the faster scorer time, and you can see how he took up the advantage and moved very fast to score.
Right, Khalid.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with him 100%. And I think you'll recall just before the election, the strategies for the two, you could clearly tell which of the two sides is well organized. By a couple of points. It was like, this side has everything. You go out there in order. They know what they're doing. They have their teams well planned out. If you look on this other side, they're running on hopes, and it was like inspired that we are going to win everything without a proper strategy. They know what they're doing. They it's not good to plan out fingers. If you look on these lawyers, but the same was court. You could see that these guys are coming forward. They have clear evidence. They're presenting facts, that are irrefutable. But when you look on the other side, even on social media, whatever was presented in court was being challenged. Like, how is that so? That's not possible, So I think for me, this particular election was won and lost in people management. We have two leaders who are inspirational, two leaders passion to lead, but then one leader had an extra.
Goja DJ. Eldoret. Sini sababu ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Sini Mungu ametenda. Nataka tuimbe na mikono ikuwe juu. Na naomba hivi. Nimeambiwa hapa tuko na roho chafu. Kamati. Tuko na wale wanakuibia kwa mfuko. Kwa hivyo chunga hawa washindwe, si
lakini tukipate
hawa wezi wafanye nini?
Washindwe.
Ati hawa wezi wafanye nini?
Washindwe.
Roho chafu wafanye nini?
Patikane.
Roho chafu wafanye nini?
Washindwe.
Wangapi wamekuja kupiga sherehe ya William Ruto?
Ngoja kupima suti.
Ngoja DJ.
Haya DJ.
Naomba tuimbe kama kanisa, tuko tayari?
Wote kama kanisa.
Amenitendea mema huyu Yesu,
ametendea William mema sana.
Wapinduria Jose.
Ametutendea mema. Jose.
Wapi makofi ya Eldoret?
Anachole.
Oh, amenitendea mema. Yesu
ametendea William mema sana. Huyu Yesu amenitendea mema sana. Bwana Mwangi mwenyewe.
Huyu Yesu amenitendea
mema sana. Huyu Yesu amenitendea mema sana. Ametenda kabisa.
Huyu Yesu amenitendea mema sana.
Wewe huyu Yesu ametutendea mema sana. William huyu Yesu ametendea Ruta mema sana. Huyu Yesu
amenitendea mema sana.
Hakuna nusu mkate tunakula bula, ametutendea mema sana.
Huyu Yesu
amenitendea mema. Hakuna kujiapisha na kung'oa mimi, hakuna
mema sana.
Oh, ninaimba Yesu na kung'oa reli, nasema ni mkate full, hakuna nusu, ni mkate full, hakuna nusu.
Amenitendea mema. Huyu Yesu amenitendea mema sana.
Hakuna kung'oa reli.
Huyu Yesu mema sana. Amenitendea. Huyu Yesu amenitendea mema. Oh, hakuna kung'oa reli. Amenitendea mema.
Hakuna kung'oa reli na kujiapisha, hakuna kung'oa reli na kujiapisha.
Oh, hakuna kung'oa reli
na kujiapisha.
Mema sana. Oh, ninaimba nitamwimbia Bwana kuwa yeye. Nitamwimbia Bwana kuwa yeye ametuona. Oh, nitamrukia Bwana.
Rukia Bwana.